Well, yeah, because if we see other people getting W's, that means we can get W's still. That means there are W's to be had, right? Okay, so I really like reacting to this guy because he's frequently wrong about what's going on in the videos. Even like somehow he like misses what the woman's saying or what the person he's reviewing saying is. Absolutely hilarious. So I'm gonna review him again, and hopefully he doesn't give me a strike because I actually like watching Lewis. It's L3. You see his little sign back here on the wall. You guys give him a like and a follow, so maybe he won't be mad about me reacting. But L3WG, let's dive in.
Go crazy after discovering the American dream. Very excited to get into.
Now that's one thing. Mo, you ask Europeans, what is the American dream? To me, the American dream is having a house, having a car, a good steady job, and a happy home life.
This to see what we got. Before we do, appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. Yeah, let's check this out.
Oh yeah, if you guys can hit that subscribe button, would appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it.
Would you ever move to America?
No.
Why?
Why not? What's wrong with moving to America?
No.
No interest in moving there.
This is before.
Nope.
Oh, okay. This is, yeah. All right. I see what's going on here. This is before they went to the World Cup. That makes more sense.
Because I am transgender.
You'd step over there.
Yeah, people got wrong
And you
ideas.
already lose like 10 of the rights that you have here.
What rights do you lose by coming from Europe to here? That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, we have way more rights than...
Disgusting place. They've got no NHS whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay, yes, we have no NHS. Okay, so our healthcare system, got to point this out. We don't wait months for basic care. We just don't. Something's wrong, we go see doctor. Doctor helps. We go home happy. We don't wait months. Yes, we have crippling death, but at least we got preventative care.
Okay, yeah, these are like viewpoints of you can't say all.
And I think there's a lot of this is media implanted, by the way. Their typical stereotypical view of what Americans are, this kind of caricature of America.
Thinking before the World Cup, right?
It's an absolute dump.
The second you make
A dump. Oh, sorry, that was probably loud. Straight to the heart, man. Straight to my heart.
any decent money in Australia, you become the enemy. From your neighbours, to the taxman, to the cop.
Wait, after you do what in Australia, you become the enemy?
You become the enemy. From your neighbours.
You can't say all Europeans, but yeah, this is what like some Europeans were thinking before the World Cup, right?
What did he
It's
say?
an absolute dump.
The second you make any decent money in Australia, you become the enemy.
Oh, anytime you make decent money, really? Anytime you make a little bit of decent money in Australia, you become an enemy, huh? Yeah, I get that. Kind of that. There was a story about you put the crabs in a bucket, and as one crab is trying to make its way up, or maybe it's lobsters, but as it's trying to make its way out of the bucket, the other ones will see it, and they're like, no, you're not getting out, and they'll start cutting him down. Kind of cutting him down. People will do that.
From your neighbours, to the taxman, to the cops, so-called friends.
True.
Australia has the worst tall poppy syndrome in the whole world. When I bought my first Lamborghini in Australia, everybody...
You got a Lamborghini, good for you.
Way to go, bro. Got a Lambo. It's just me. I don't want to spend that much money on a car. Like, I'd rather get a Chevy or a Ford or something like that. But so it's my views. Like, I'd rather help poor people than I had do that. Like, because there's so many people that, especially if they have mental health issues or they're doing bad, adjust into this new economy, especially because if you didn't really catch the tech trend, all these other jobs out there that are being made outside of the tech sector You have manufacturing and you have the service industry. And in service industry, you don't make that much money. So, it sucks. And for some reason, our families like to kick each other out of homes. Once like our kids get a certain age, it's on. They're oh, you're going out. You're going out. And so things happen.
He hated me. People driving next to me,
Hated you.
They'd hate seeing someone more successful. Now, when I moved,
That's the same.
See, I like seeing people. I do like seeing successful people. I mean, I guess it's kind of like I get to see that kind of life through through them, because I wouldn't choose that kind of luxury for myself. A decent house, decent piece of land, and then I would want to help people. Like I would be that house where everybody comes for the weekend barbecues.
In the UK, like people do get jealous and like.
Really, like why? Like what are they getting jealous of? Like I don't understand.
They just think you're bragging in the wrong way.
to America, it was the complete opposite. People used to roll down their windows and be like, "Hey, dude, nice car. How did you get that? What do you do for work?"
Yeah. That's one thing we like to know. Like, wait, you got successful. How could I do it? Because the worst thing you could ever do is get financial advice from somebody that has no money. Worst thing you could do in the world. So absolutely, yeah, we will do that. Like, bro, sick car. How do I get that?
There were
See, that's so nice about America, is that you appreciate that someone's put the effort to.
Well, yeah, because like if they're making that much money when they buy all the gadgets and things, they're helping create stability in the work market, right? Because people have to manufacture those manufacturing jobs, usually middle class pay, and those support families. So we like to see the capital moving. We don't like it to be stuck in banks and 401ks and stuff. We don't really care. I mean, you got one, that's nice, that's great. But if you're really doing well and you're helping the economy, I think we'd like to see that.
Go out and get their dream and get a nice car for themselves instead of looking in.
Right? Yeah. Like, and it's one thing. I don't know if it's the same way in Europe or whatever, but like here, unless you're already in a family with money, they just tell you, up, go to school, get a job, work hard, save your money. Go to school for what? Doing what? And then if you don't get in the right industry or whatever, they try to kind of rat hole you into like, well, multimedia is popular, go there, or computer science, go there, or oh well, you just go be a welder, or you go to the nobody really gives good guidance unless you pay hundreds of dollars for a career counselor.
The way like, oh wow, you're just driving that to just fly in our faces.
positive and
jealous.
They always wanted to have a chat to know what I was doing, how I achieved that. The experience is completely different. I prefer to be around a environment that is positive and that celebrates wins rather than
well said.
Well, yeah, because if we see other people getting W's, that means we can get W's still. That means there are W's to be had, right? Like if you see that, that means that there's still avenues. Like bro didn't get the last slice of pie on the counter. There's got to be more pie.
Jealousy and envy.
Well said.
Right, I'm in America as an English lad, and we just found a bloody yellow bus. Look at that.
Oh my God. The school buses. Oh, you guys are on about the school buses. Oh, it's so funny. I think it was like the Tartan Army rented a school bus to carry them around. Absolutely peak. Absolutely peak.
Is that like just in the middle of the forest?
Tell me that's not from the movies.
What's it doing there?
Andy Sandler, if you see this, please give me a message and we'll do a collab. Oh my God, we're actually entering a yellow bloody bus.
Is that over?
I guess to us it's not such a big thing because we put our 6 and 7 year olds and sometimes our 5-year-olds on these buses, and from the time they're 5 to the time they're 18, 19 years old, they're riding these buses a lot of times daily. Or if they are, if they walk or they're a car rider, they still see them daily. So I guess it's not such a big deal to us. So I guess we take it for granted.
Oh, it's over. Okay. Why do I feel like this bus is abandoned?
Let's see if it looks like the movies. No way.
No, that bus is not abandoned. Chances are he has permission to tour it, but he's acting like that, for the YouTube. But yeah,
So cool. He just put that on like the eye of the bus right there, and immediately just films it just flashed through my mind.
yeah. You see that? There's no way this is abandoned. That's a modern camera back there behind his head. Like, boogers.
Come on. That's one off the bucket list. Here we go.
Yeah, see right there. That's a modern camera. They used to be these like huge, enormous black boxes because they had to hold a VHS tape inside of them. And so, yeah, this bus hadn't been abandoned. Oh, there's camera there too. That is new. Yeah, this bus ain't there. It's definitely
What's
not
that? Is that a
abandoned.
cat? Oh no, is that a speaker? What is that?
Nope, that's a
It's in.
camera there.
We've done it. Right, let's get out.
What are those things?
Yellow bus in America.
Let's do it, a rudder.
I'm currently here in Miami, Florida, and it's made me realize how depressing the UK actually is.
Oh, bro, I hate that. The UK is so old and so rich with history. Oh, that frustrates me so bad because, like, okay, so I grew up in the 80s and we loved, or not the 80s. I'm making myself older than I am. I grew up in the 90s and there was a lot of 90s to 80s to or late 80s through mid 90s British comedies that we absolutely loved. We had like Mulberry, Waiting for God, Keeping Up Appearances, Are You Being Served, Red Dwarf, loved Red Dwarf, even gosh, I feel like there was more. Faulty Towers, and recently I found Mrs. Brown's Boys, I think is what it's called. Love those British comedies like that. Peak funny, and it just makes us feel so bad because it seems like Britain could be so. I mean, it seems to be so wonderful.
Why everything
Here in America, in Miami.
See, these are big cities, though. I don't like big cities, bro. I'd rather live out in the country. Like, this is not my thing. Like, it's beautiful. I mean, look, the buildings are all well maintained and kept up pretty nice, but not my thing.
Everyone is super happy, proud of their country.
Love that.
Good weather, everyone's grinding, making content, trying to make money, become successful. There's no drive in the UK for that. Everyone's working Monday to Friday, going out on the weekend.
And that's one beautiful thing about content making. So what people didn't realize for a long time is that people love to be entertained. And after a while, you kind of get tired looking at the same content creators. The content gets a little stale to you, and you just find another creator. And so there's a constant churn and bubble. And so there's almost infinite room for YouTube and TikTok and all these other influencer creators that, so yeah, absolutely, guys, set yourself a goal. You want to set up 8 videos a month, 6 months. Give it 8 videos a month, 6 months. See what happens. If you just don't have it, you just don't have it. But give it a shot because you would be shocked. Like I had a video or a channel where I would do what they call magnet fishing. And I would take this ginormous magnet and chunk it off in the rivers and see what I could pull out. And some of my videos would get a couple thousand views. It just got too expensive for me to go. And then there was like, the COVID thing hit. The weather got bad. There's flooding. And also other people started picking up on what I was doing. And so they were just going out recreationally magnet fishing. And we're kind of cleaning up my spots. So I couldn't make any more content like that. But I in like 6 months, I had over 400 subscribers. And I'm not that great of an entertainer yet. Maybe I'm hoping I'm getting better, but I'm not that great and I can still get views. So give it a shot. See what happens. Who knows? 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. I mean, especially if you can just find some little thing that you enjoy talking about and Show people why you love it.
Well, people in the UK, they just stick to like their safety jobs. You know what I mean? They want to stay safe. They want.
It was like that for most of us millennials, and definitely older. It was like that because, you know, nobody wanted to leave that comfortable 9-to-5 job that had been paying the bills all those years. And another thing that, like, outside of the cities, you didn't have access to fast internet. In fact, I still don't have access to great internet. To upload this video, it's going to be like a 30 or 40-minute video. I already know because I'm doing a lot of talking over it. I bet you it's going to take me about 10-15 minutes to upload this.
Just do what their family's done and whatnot. They don't really want to like take their.
Now that was one thing I didn't see so much here when I was growing up. Most parents did not want their kids doing what they did. They absolutely hated their jobs so much that they didn't want their kids working in the same place.
Risk and go for their dreams.
Bunking their wages, going to the pub. Whereas here, no one cares if you're making content. You're not getting judged. No one's hating on you behind your back. Everyone's actually just trying to help you. They want to do it with you. They want to get involved. They want to collaborate. Whereas in the UK,
oh yeah, people will ham it up for a camera for free, and just let the good times roll. Absolutely, I've noticed that around when I was doing the YouTube videos for the magnet fishing. People would stop when I was on the bridges, and they would, you know, have banter back and forth with me over things that I had found, and I'd ask them, "Hey, you mind if I keep your face on screen for YouTube?" And like, "No, that's fine, man. Go ahead."
Okay, if you're doing what I'm doing right now, you're just gonna get judged for it. Whereas here,
that's true.
It's almost like you're living in like a film. Like everyone's just.
All the world's a stage, my friend. I forget who said that, but yeah, all the world's a stage. You might as well enjoy it.
Happy, trying to just make it work, become successful. The hustle culture here is so different. And how can you hate on this? Like, look, it's just sunny. Everywhere's beautiful. The people are nice. They walk down the street. They compliment you. They ask how your day's been. They compliment your outfit, what you're wearing, what you look like. I can't remember the last time I even walked down the street in the UK and even spoke to a stranger. Whereas here...
Yeah, that's true. I genuinely can't tell you a time that I've actually spoke to a stranger other than my dog walks. But does that count, dog walking?
It can count. I think so. I think it can count because your dog's like a conversation starter.
Because like you're kind of like, you know, you're walking your dog, you see their dog, the dogs go together, you know, you start talking, right?
Yeah, the dog's got enough sense to be friendly.
Let's not include dog walks. Other than dog walking, I can't remember the last time I
absolutely disagree with you, Lewis. I think any opportunity you have to meet a stranger and to talk to them and to hear their story and have a good banter back and forth, peak. Absolutely. Do people honestly think we're just here to chase money and houses? Those are just the needful, right? You need a decent place to live. You need access to clean running water. You need access to good food. But we're here for each other, man. And if you're not talking to each other, what are you doing?
She spoke to a stranger. I really can't.
I do it probably about 10 times a day.
I feel really sorry for Americans because of the fact they don't get to experience what it feels like to be a British teen wanting so desperately to be an American.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that. Now, I was an American teen, but I wasn't a privileged American teen. So my experience is going to be a little bit different and all that, but I feel that, especially y'all get a lot of our movies and stuff, so y'all see what like peak middle class teens, how they get to live, and you're like, why can't I do that?
Yeah. Was so desperate to be an American as a child. I perfected my.
Well, the thing is, like when we was children and that, and like even now, but like when we was children and was seeing the movies and seeing.
Yep, told you. What you see our culture in the movies and how things. And I mean, of course, some of it's exaggerated because if you don't make it entertaining, no one's gonna watch it. Probably like my videos.
Like how you guys was, you know, how like you was in the houses sneaking out on the balconies or like.
Okay, that's a real thing that happened, especially in the 80s and 90s. Kids sneaking out their window because they were grounded, or their parents told them they couldn't go out. 70s too, I imagine. I don't think. I mean, I think the 80s to early 90s was kind of like toward the end of that. But yeah, I've snuck out windows. We had to pop the little tabs out of the window screens, ease those out, because if you let them drop, right, and make a noise, so you had to ease it out, catch it, flop it down, turn your hand, ease it down to the side, or pull it back in the window, turn it sideways, and put it over here. Hop out your window, and then you had to get back in that window, get the screen back in place before your parents found out you were gone.
Just how you did things at your schools, right? Even the lockers. We really wanted that, and we don't have that. And it's just like, yeah.
Lockers aren't that great, man. They give you like just 2 or 3 minutes between classes to switch out your books. A lot of kids, they just carry a backpack with all of their books in it and rarely ever see their locker.
Jealousy.
American accent, because all you'd see was these TV shows that had amazing American accents that you just fell in love with. They had Jolly Ranchers and Nerds and Captain Crunch for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I dreamed of that.
Hey, come on, rate 1 to 10. How's your American accent? Come on, get 1 to 10. How's that accent? Good accent, right?
Life.
She did good.
And Americans just get to live it. They don't have the gratitude that
Is that like American privilege? Is that what we're experiencing right now? American privilege? Oh God, that's going to be the next thing, isn't it? Oh, you don't get to talk. You have American privilege.
Truly had as a child.
Fair.
Because all I wanted to be was
an
American.
American.
I wanted to experience a road trip down the long roads of Texas.
Oh, everyone does. Literally.
Oh yeah, when I was as a younger adult, I think I'm still a young adult, but as a younger adult, older teen, young 20s, man, I just hit the road. I remember I had an old 95 Ford Ranger, and the tires on it were bad. They were dry rotted that you could change so bad. And my girlfriend and I, and the Ranger, by the way, it wasn't working great. I shouldn't have been going anywhere in it. I should have had it in the shop. But I was young, broke, and the truck would crank and go, and I had a young girl with me. But a girl my age. We were young. You get what I'm saying. So, and my girlfriend, myself in this truck, may pop tires is what we call them, because going down the road, they just may pop. Hot. Oh my God, it was so hot. And I think we took like a 4 or 5 hour road trip in that thing. Now the AC, the air conditioner in that old 95 Ford Ranger I had to give her my jacket because my girlfriend was getting so cold.
That's the dreams and goals for everyone that don't live in America.
That took 12 hours. I wanted to experience that Cali.
So like, we went to West Virginia a while back. I guess last year sometime, maybe the year before. Can't remember exactly, but it was a year or two ago now, and we drove 12 hours straight to get there.
Summer, beach, babe, vibe. I wanted to be on the surfboards with the Americans who...
Yo, I wonder if I could surf.
Okay, growing up, I was always thinking surfing might be cool, and I got into skateboarding, which I had to figure was a little like surfing. Which anybody that surfs, let me know, is it kind of similar to skateboarding, or no? Is it two different things? Like, because I know in surfing, you got those giant waves that could come after you and eat you. Whereas you really, don't have that problem so much on a skateboard. But I felt like the skills might be partially transferable.
But how long does it take to learn how to surfboard? It'll probably take me a while, right?
We're just opening cans of Sprite.
Right.
And celebrating 4th of July with their...
Yo, 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July is crazy. Oh man, for my European friends, I hate doing it too. I may go to a fireworks show the 4th of July. My wife's wanting to go. We put one on at our local regional airport. They do a 4th of July fireworks show, and I may go just to film it for you guys. If y'all want to see that, put it in the comments below. If I get enough thumbs up, get enough subscribers, likes, views, I'll go record a 4th of July fireworks show for you guys. So, I mean, that's something. You get me to go into a crowd for 2 hours, and you get more content. So I think that could be a win-win.
Soon. 4th of July is in 4 days. Yo, if you guys got any good 4th of July videos for me to check out, please send them my way.
Friends, that is something that Americans will truly never understand.
Right.
Folks, most Europeans never believed in the American dream, but right now,
Okay, we just watched the one about the bus, so I'm going to move past the bus. Let's move past the bus. Okay, goes in.
to these clips.
Moving to America will genuinely change your life for the better. I moved from England 4 years ago, and since moving here, I get to see what is possible in life.
Right.
People are doing the craziest things, earning the maddest amounts of money. There's freedom. People will literally quit their job and just move to a different state the next day. Like it's
Yeah, that's mental.
Yeah, because a lot of times if you got $2,000 to $4,000, I mean that's 2 months rent, a few groceries, and time to hunt a job. It's a grind. I mean, it ain't for everybody, but if you're determined and you want to, you like the opportunities, like let's say you're in sales copy. Well, where I'm at, there's not a lot of sales copy jobs, but you go to Little Rock and, a marketing team, they absolutely need good copyists. So, if I wanted to do that kind of work, which I'm fairly good at, I would have to go to Little Rock or maybe I would have to go to a different state, maybe Ohio, or I might have to go to New York or Washington or something like that to get a really good job in sales copy. So, yeah, I mean, it's a thing you can do.
That's unheard of here in the UK. Like most people, where you're brought up in the city, even though the UK is the size of what, Florida, maybe smaller, I don't know, right? But like the UK is so small, yet everybody stays in the same city, which is crazy. Like the cities are tiny. I don't even know how to compare a city in the UK to a city in America, right? Because like Texas is 4 times bigger than the whole of the UK. So think about like, yo, you grow up in a city.
Yeah, Texas. Like I said, I was born in the country. And by country, I mean not just the United States, but I mean like in the rural areas where there wasn't a lot of, big buildings and stuff like that. And most of my life, I've just moved from rural area to rural area to rural area, and mostly around the same county. But the county is so big that it literally can take you an hour to get from one end of the county to the other, going across it like this. So,
You just stay in your city. People won't even quit to move.
wild. In England, I know people that have lived in the same house for 40 years.
Oh, yeah, loads.
He's just one of the.
So, like, the only people I know in America that have lived in the same house for like that long is if they own their house. If they built it, bought it, whatever, then that happens.
Many Europeans who feel like the United States offers the opportunities that Europeans will need to better their lives. Before, most Europeans thought that the US is just a bad place that they can never come or rather explore their dreams. But right now, after the World Cup, everything is changing.
Like, I wonder is that propaganda not just for media clicks, but I wonder is that like to keep you guys in Europe? Like, it sounds so conspiratorial, but is that like just to keep you guys in Europe?
And Europeans out there are saying America is the next place for them to explore their dreams. To them, it's heavenly. It's just everything for their economic life.
The same house that they grew up in. They were born in that house. How
Did his voice just change? What was that? Could have sworn his voice sounded differently just back here.
born in that house. How mad is that?
Yeah.
Genuinely, people will.
I know so many people that like
Not you, Lewis.
the same house for 30 plus years. How with the comments
For you with encouragement, they'll check on you to see how you're doing, and that's not from a jealousy point of view. That's because they genuinely want you to succeed.
Love
also, imagine you're living in a country where it's cold, grey, raining,
miserable.
Everyone's doing the same thing.
So there are times when the tornado seasons get so bad here, which I live in the southern United States, which is worse for tornadoes than other parts of the country. While they're kind of bad everywhere, they're really bad in a certain corridor of the American South. It's called Tornado Alley. Which, I mean, you get a tornado shelter, you hear sirens, go to said shelter, come out and deal with it afterwards. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get hit by that tornado. Your town might, but like most time, you're not going to suffer that much damage. But There's times I was like, you know what, I could take some UK weather over this. Absolutely.
Day in, day out, every weekend they're going to the same places, same restaurants, same bars. Bro, you can move away from that and you can experience a whole different culture. I'm in Arizona, yeah? Hot as balls, yeah?
Yeah, Arizona is hot. And like in Arizona, I think that's one of those places where they use like I think it's called conduction cooling, or maybe it's convection cooling. But anyway, they mist down little tiny droplets of water, and then the heat absorbs it and takes it back up, and it pulls the heat out of the air.
I can in 6 hours be in California, in 3 hours be in Mexico, in like 8 hours be in Utah, Colorado, all these places.
One thing I'm learning from these Europeans visiting the United States is that they just love the freedom that the US offers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a guy doing a voiceover. So I must be like the third reactor to this copulation. Okay. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, the freedom to travel and explore within your own country.
Yeah, within the country. Okay, so you could think of America as kind of like the United States of Europe. And in it that, each of the little states inside the United States is kind of like y'all's countries inside the EU, which I know UK left the EU, whatever. But so, Louisiana has a completely different culture than, let's say, Colorado. And Colorado has a different culture than South Dakota. And South Dakota has a different, which the culture between Colorado and South Dakota isn't that big. But like if you go from Colorado, South Dakota, and went to say Kansas, there'd be a culture shift. Or over to the Carolinas, that'd be a culture shift. So yeah.
Great.
The flexibility of one moving from one job to another while still earning a lot of money is what most Europeans.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you can come up with a good, start getting good YouTube views, or you have enough starter cash to where you can start a traveling vlog. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. There's good money to be made.
Want the rigidity in the European economy is the most thing that all of them want to avoid, and that's why they're calling on other Europeans to move to the United States, because it offers opportunities. The weather is nice compared to the UK, for example, and I'm loving it because Europeans are realizing.
And guys, come to America, find a problem, solve that problem, make money. Like there was a Frenchman who was talking about he was going to move to Texas and open a bakery. He's right. Most of our croissants, they're not great. Or croissant. Is that how you say it? Croissant? They're not great. They're dry. They're usually, older. You don't usually get them super fresh. Sometimes even the worst of crimes against humanity is committed, and they're microwaved and put back on the warmer. It's not great tasting. You don't get that fresh, flaky, buttery croissant. Like you can get like a Pillsbury pre-made croissant, and those are actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's cheating because you're getting the dough pre-made, but those aren't bad. Like you have to go to a top-notch European American bakery to get decent bread products. So that's a wide open space. He saw a problem, and he's going to Texas to fix it. And there's a product that I'm fixing to be launching here pretty soon that I'm kind of wanting to use my my content audience to help me with. Especially if you're coming to America, this could be really great for you. So I think in my next videos, I'm going to start editing that in as a, it's my product, but I think I'm going to edit it in as a sponsor. And but anyway, yeah, find a problem and solve it, guys. You don't have to just create content, or find a problem, solve it while making content. Make content about you solving this problem and launching that product.
First, and that the stereotypes they held regarding the United States, they are no longer applicable because America is so red, has many opportunities compared to what Europe can offer to Europeans.
Oh yeah, you see that over and over again now when it comes to that opportunities. Like there's a reason why, like for example, like YouTube. I know you guys are watching me, and I'm a British guy. Hi, but most of the content creators on YouTube are American, right? Because they will take the risk and do something like that instead of just like most of the people in the UK just getting that.
So, like, I've done this a couple times, but I think I'm a terrible entertainer. so I don't do very well. But and I can't find a co-host. I try to find an entertaining co-host to actually, help that I can banter with to help carry the show. But most of the time, you can actually create your content part-time until it starts paying.
The day jobs or the 9-to-5s or whatnot, and that's fine if you wanna be safe and all, that's fine. But what's the problem in the UK is like most people will be too scared to even take the risk. Like they want to do the risk.
Like that's sad too. I hate that. I hate it because like unless they're working 12-hour days, something like a simple React video or hey, check out my town video or something like that is crazy easy to do.
But they just won't do it, right? And that's kind of bad because I feel like, you only live once, right? You should go and try and
like I don't want to badmouth Lewis because he went. I've heard him talk about he went to college. That's this creator here. I've heard him talk about before that like he went to university, but then didn't do anything with it. Came home for his parents and he just started working on YouTube. And so I think he had the benefit of starting out. He was living with his mom and dad, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he did.
At least try and reach your dreams. And then if you fail, fall back on the safety job, right?
I can do that just by driving. In England, I could drive from Manchester to London, and don't get me wrong, I love London. But nothing really changes apart from the people. It's the same, yeah? And I think that goes for anything. If you're in your comfort zone.
Okay, actually, you'll find that here in America, too. If you, like I said, like I love the rural areas. And so when I move from rural area to rural area to rural area, the faces change, but the culture between those rural areas, there's only like three basic poor. You have your farm families, and then you have your kind of really poor, lower class, struggling individuals, and usually in those areas, like the working poor and the super, American standard super poor, there's a lot of like mental health and drug issues in that range. I think that's why a lot of people used to look at you like if you're poor, there was something wrong with you. I could be wrong.
And you've lived in the same place for years. Make that move. Maybe it's not America. Maybe it's somewhere in Europe that's easier to move to.
Oh, right. So that's what I was going to say. So if you want a change of what's going on, I mean, try a different city. Like if you're staying in the country and you don't like how that is, try out a city. Maybe start with a small city. Then move your way, in deeper as you get used to it.
But if you're stuck in a rut, get out of it and watch your life grow.
What this gentleman is alluding to is that the United States offers opportunities greater than what is available in Europe, and thus.
Oh yeah, because if you're bringing eyes, all you have to do, if you could get eyes to watch content for like 5 or 6 minutes of your show, like this is going to be a 40-minute show, I'm going to average 5 or 6 minutes of views. That is enough time for them to throw enough ads at you. They're happy.
Most of them, after experiencing the American dream, they say the American dream is alive and they want to move to the United States. You've all heard from them from these clips that they love.
See, I want to live the American dream, man. I want to.
Right. Like I said, though, like define the American dream, because I think it's different things to different people. I think maybe it's just finding that what makes you happy. Maybe that's the American dream, because I used to think, like I said, it was a car, a house, happy home life, white picket fence, nice little neighborhood. I used to think that was the American dream, but maybe it means different things to different people.
Move out to America and just have a nice house and a big yard and a nice black truck and American.
See what I mean? Like that's what I feel like it is. And it's not for consumerism's sake. Like if you're acquiring all that for yourself, that's an empty life. If you can't share what you build with people, it's so empty, man.
Food and barbecue. Oh, maybe one day.
America, they want the American dream, and America is great. And most people are apologizing for their stereotypes regarding the US because they have realized firsthand America is so great.
You know what we're gonna do?
America is pretty cool. You got to give them that. They're not wrong about that. Maybe the greatest. I'm gonna lose views just for that impersonation.
Through it. We're gonna aim for a goal. I don't even know what's the most amount of likes I've ever hit.
There's his. Oh my God! Speaking of that air conditioner, the UK, or maybe it's just Europe. I don't know, but I think it's the UK is trying to crack down on all these air conditioners, these illicit air conditioners people are bringing in, trying to get them under zoning code violations and stuff.
Yo, listen, we should aim for 1 million subs and I have to move. If I make the promise to you guys, 1 million subs, right? That.
All right, guys, let's help him get to 1 million subs, because actually L3WG is he's entertaining, especially when he gets he has like his sisters will come and join him in these videos, and their family banter back and forth is more entertaining than what they're reviewing.
And my family and that, they have to be like, oh, okay, Lewis, you promised your YouTube, right? Then I got to. So, hey.
But the thing of it is he's got to be able to afford to bring them with him, because as entertaining as he is, like when you get the set, oh, it's peak entertainment. Love it.
1 million subs. I'm moving to America. You heard it here first. Hey. So make sure you check.
Sorry, someone just opened my door and scared the crap out of me. Yeah, someone just opened the door, scared the crap out of me. Whew. I wasn't expecting my office door to pop open.
77% of people that watch me aren't subscribed, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. It's a button. Just hit the subscribe button. Help a guy out.
So I'm at nearly 600,000. So if the 70% that are, that's watching, it could be you. Just check that you're subbed or not. Hit that subscribe. I might get 1 million next week. I don't know.
That would be so funny if I had enough viewers that he did get 1 million next week. That would be so funny.
To move. No one can say. I think that's a great idea. I said it now. We gotta do it.
The mistake
can't go back on.
Start a hashtag help Lewis move.
Make when visiting the US for the first time is that they start off by visiting New York.
They do. New York, though, it's like such an iconic city. I understand why they go there. It's supposed to be like the culture capital of the world and all that, and so I get it. But yeah, that's. And I don't want to talk crap about New York because, like, I'm too scared to go there. Like, because of the movies and media, I'm absolutely too scared to go there. I'm afraid I'm going to get mugged, shot, stabbed, and violated. But
Las Vegas, or maybe LA.
Also, let me know in the comments if you did check if you're subscribed or not, and if you hit the subscribe just now. I want to see the comments that say subscribe from a load of people that may have, like, you thought you was subscribed, but maybe not. You know what I mean? And then people might see in the comments, why is everyone saying subscribe? Boom, right? 1 million subs. Imagine.
Or San Francisco.
That'd be crazy.
But actually, if you sat down with someone from Europe and asked why they want to visit the US, it's really because they want to see the essence of American culture.
Right.
And whilst those cities are the most famous and recognizable, they're pretty much the last place you're actually going to see that.
Listening to this gentleman, folks, the overall sentiment is that Europeans are loving the United States currently, and
loving it.
Their dream is located in the US. That's
yeah. The way you guys are enjoying America is just, it's crazy. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. I'm glad y'all didn't come here, because there was this part of me is like, oh gosh, these Europeans are all going to come here, and Americans are going to be stinkers, because like we're stinkers to each other. And like if you're on the wrong political aisle or whatever, we're just absolute stinkers to each other. So I'm so glad you guys came here and were able to have a good time.
So most of them are realizing that they need to move out of Europe, at least seek a better place in the US, build their life, build their economic well-being, and just be around a community of people who care about your well-being, who care about you, and will want to understand how you're doing, how you're faring on, compared to a cold Europe. I don't know what you think about this, folks, but I'd love to understand your perspective. Do you believe these Europeans are right by stating that the American dream is still alive and they should come and pursue it?
What do you guys think? Is the American dream still alive?
Oh, absolutely. And it always changes forms and shapes. Like right now, because of the AI and tech boom, people are really just trying to find a niche somewhere. And right now, content creation is hot. People love to watch it. People love to make it. Even people who create a lot of content also consume a lot of content. So, but it always changes, but there's always opportunities. Like I said, find a problem and solve it. Or find a problem that is being solved, but it's being solved poorly.
It sounds like it to me. It really does, but I'm not an American. So as an American, is it alive?
I love to understand your perspective.
Hey, but amazing video. Absolutely love these videos. They honestly bring me so...
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Like I said, I was reacting to L3WG, and he was reacting to basically Brits and Aussies are shocked about America after American experience. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, please, and we'll see you in the next one.